last year or some of those games in the past where they beat themselves, pretty much. I mean, OKC, number one defensive team, not a great rebounding team. They come in and they, get offensive rebounds, second chance points, and then timely turnovers. When you get a stop and you're in a position to, decrease the lead or tie it or take the lead, and you turn it over and they capitalize on it, it just demoralizes your team. And I think the Lakers need to learn how to settle down, understand the possessions that they have, and not, screw them up. I thought they were right there with 2 points, 3 points, and then a turnover or a bad shot, poor possession. They just kind of beat themselves. The game was right there for the picking, but they just couldn't capitalize, couldn't execute. And here we go. We got the final result. Not good.
It's one of those difficult games to watch because you watch the Lakers like, okay, OKC is not at full strength. And it's almost like the Lakers is, okay, we're going to win this game because we beat them 3-1 last year. We're at home. It's a cup game. We usually win cup games. It's almost like the intensity wasn't there, but it was there. This was a very crazy game for me to watch because you saw AR go out. You saw D-Lo, who played well. You saw Connect, who played well. Everybody was playing well, but they were just missing something. And then you sit back and you say, 21 turnovers. Because that always lets the air out of the balloon. Because you got the momentum, you got everything going well for you, then you have a silly pass. Unforced turnovers will give you gray hair as a coach. Unforced turnovers will make you mad at your team as a player because it's like you're trying to do too much. The first thing that I was taught in this league was sometimes it's best to just keep it simple. A nice chest pass right there to the guy, not trying to throw it across, hockey assist. And sometimes I think these guys are now trying to get stats and like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. Just keep it simple and let someone else make the play. Because these silly turnovers that they're doing right now is costing them big time.
And I kind of want to go there next because, again, when you're facing the top teams in the league, you have to be sharp. And coming in, we heard JJ tell Mike Trudell the other night in San Antonio at half, the late quarter execution is critical right now, and it's something that the Lakers need to be better at. And I say that because Mike Trudell gave a stat going into the fourth quarter. They've been outscored late quarter execution, which is the final minute of each quarter, 14-1 going into the fourth. And you look down the stretch, there was almost a turnover there by LeBron. Max Christie was able to save it, gets the little jumper, makes it a 2-point game. But then you come back down, you think you have a foul to give when it's 95-93, and you put SGA at the free throw line. Those are mistakes that usually you see with a young team, which is the Thunder across the way. So right now, seeing those are certainly things that need to be cleaned up for the Lakers if you want to get to that next level.
Not only need to be cleaned up, there's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for not knowing the foul situation. And also marginal passes. You can't thread the needle unless there's a hole there. They were trying to thread the needle today, and there was no needle, no hole in the needle, and it's just you can't throw it through defenses, particularly when you need that possession, and that's why I was a little bit surprised. LeBron trying to be aggressive, turn it over a couple times when they really need it, and they capitalized on it. And I don't know, I didn't see much. I saw some AD down the stretch. He was able to make some passes out for some shots, but I just think they went away from the last few games. They've kind of gone away from that flowing offense, that unpredictable where anybody could get an easy shot. Rui popped in there a couple times in the paint for a couple of quick hitters, but other than that, it kind of went back to like easy to defend. And when you got a team that's the number one defensive team, it's sticky, and you're not going to get anything easily.
For me, I think about how well this team started out, and they're not playing like they did at the beginning of the year. And what I mean by that is they're not making 80 the focal point. 80 only had 10 shots tonight. And sometimes as a guard, you want to get yours, but you're not the key to this game. If you look at like all the last games, even though Connect has been the leading scorer in the last couple of games, ARs came out and been like an aggressive one. I don't care. You cannot be aggressive and get yours. Make AD get his first, and it's going to make it easier for you because once you do not go to AD, you get in that rhythm like, oh, we're winning, we're in this game, we don't need him. No, you need him each and every time down the game. Because think about it. The games they've lost lately, AD has not gone past 20 points. Like he had what?
He had 15 tonight, and I'm glad you went there, Rob, because
Yeah.
we talked about this in the pregame. Over his last three, obviously, to start the season, we know exactly what we'll be getting from Anthony Davis. We obviously understood as well offensively. He has been the hub, the focal point. He's been playing MVP basketball. Over the last three, he's averaging 19 a game. We talked about it. Coming in, the Lakers were 1-2 in said scenarios, but that one win was against the number 10 team in the Western Conference in San Antonio. When you're facing a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, the top of the West, one of the best teams in the NBA, I don't think that's the kind of production you can afford to have from Anthony Davis. 15 points, 5 of 9, just one shot again. Big game in the fourth.
And you know, AD has proven that he's not the type of player that if he's not touching it, that he's going to go over and say, give me the damn ball. He hasn't proven to be that guy. So he'll fade. If you say you're running the offense through him, somebody, like Rob said, the point guard, or during a timeout, he's key. He's key. And so I just think they need to take a really good timeout and look at, you know, the first couple of weeks of the season and how they were playing and what they were doing. I like Dalton, you know, starting, but that along with the way they used to play, getting AD involved. And I saw in the fourth quarter, once again, it was LeBron trying to force the issue a little bit. They looked like the old Lakers of like last year, 2 years ago. Not a winning formula.
You mentioned Dalton. He's averaging 20 when he's in the starting lineup. He hit 20 tonight, 17 attempts. But again, top 5 in the NBA in scoring is Anthony Davis, 9 shot attempts.